Okay, I've got a good one for you. Why did the insurance broker break up with the auto hauler? Give up? Because the auto hauler kept pushing over their limits. Okay, sorry, I'm good now. So, auto hauling can be a very lucrative industry, but many auto haulers struggle because of the high cost and unique requirements of this field. Just ask Daryl Yarnes, one of our CDL instructors. He owned his own auto hauling business for 20 plus years, so he knows a thing or two about it. It's not an industry that you can just jump into lickety-split. A new 9 or 10 car trailer can cost over $90,000 right off the bat, not to mention the expensive cars that you're moving around. If you have a 10 car trailer, depending on the types of cars you haul, you can have anywhere between $300,000 and $2 million in cargo at one time, so getting the right insurance can be tricky. So let's just start with the basics. Every business is different, so the necessary basic insurance coverage is also going to be different. Let's say Company A hauls brand new cars and Company B only hauls damaged vehicles. Obviously, Company A is going to be paying a lot more in coverage. If you're an auto hauler and you're getting into the business, you can always call us with any questions, or to get an initial quote, just fill out the form below. To start, the general auto liability coverage is required to be at $1 million because auto haulers are considered to be hauling hazardous materials. Now, let's consider your truck cargo coverage. This is where it gets a little tricky because you have your limits, but there's also sub-limits. For example, let's say a policy provides $350,000 in total cargo coverage, but there's a $40,000 sub-limit. Basically, that means that if you were hauling a load of 8 vehicles with a total value of $320,000, but one vehicle is valued at $60,000, with the $40,000 sublimit, the motor carrier would have to pay $20,000 out of pocket if something was to happen. A couple of other coverages that are not necessarily required are uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage and physical damage coverage. Uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage is optional, but can be beneficial in case of accidents with underinsured drivers. Physical damage coverage isn't required if you own your own truck, but if you're leasing, which is very likely for many auto haulers, it's more than likely required and will cover damages, theft, or vandalism. Those are the basics, but there are several specialty coverages that auto haulers really need to consider. The specialty coverages we are talking about right now are as follows. Garaging coverage, which protects customer vehicles from fire, theft, vandalism, or collisions while in your possession, like in your shop, for example. On-hook coverage, which pays for damages to a vehicle while in tow. Manifested auto coverage, which will cover damage when driving cars on or off the truck. Constructive total loss coverage, which addresses damages that happen during transit that are considered to be non-repairable. Diminished value coverage, which will compensate for loss in market value after repairs. This could apply in a case where a new car is damaged while being transported to a dealer for sale. Overheight loads coverage is pretty self-explanatory. It protects against damage from loads that are too high. And lastly, unattended vehicle coverage will cover theft or accidents when the vehicle is left unattended. CNS Insurance specializes in comprehensive coverage for car hauler fleets. For more information or a quote, call or email one of our agents at the information on the screen, or you can just fill out the form below.